Hello YouTube, Damien here, and welcome back to the Journeyman Save. Hometown hero to glory is what we affectionately have called it. It is episode number 42. It is going to be the semi-final of the Europa League versus Napoli, but I thought I would start with showing you the fact that we have won the Belgium Cup. It's been just an unremarkable run to this title. We haven't played anyone of note. Genk, Anderlecht, Standard all got knocked out before the quarterfinals. And in the end, we've just won 5-0 against our crosstown rivals, STVV, in the final. I didn't think there was any need to show you this, YouTube, in terms of like actual gameplay of that. Same with like the leagues. We've blown the league out the water. We're 8 points clear of Anderlecht, and we're like 15 points clear of the team in third. So the only time you're going to see domestic stuff is maybe if we play Anderlecht, and it actually matters because we've lost a few games. But in terms of actually for the cup or whatever, you saw me win it last year. I just thought we'll show you in the YouTube episode that we have won it again. Important to note, Ruben Chavas, as a winger on attack. Good footballer, this kid. But what it will be is this episode is the unlikeliest of teams, Genk, with the injuries we've got, against not defending champions, but current Italian league leaders and who should be Italian league champions this year because they've been amazing. Napoli. We'll touch on their squad more in this episode, but more importantly, strap yourselves in. We've got two legs against a team that is currently in their top form, but the prize that waits, if we can get through, is a shot at Europa glory. Welcome back, YouTube. Semi-final. First leg. Napoli. More importantly, we just lost our first league game. If you haven't seen, we're coping with a massive amount of injuries, so I've even had to go to third choice options against Standard away, and we lost. More importantly though, Anderlecht lost their first game in a while, losing to Club Bruges, which means the league has not particularly changed, just one less game to go. It also doesn't help the fact that Anderlecht we got a game in hand, didn't even realise that, that's huge. Also doesn't help with the fact Anderlecht is the team we actually play in the gap between Napoli and Napoli, so that makes things a little bit more tricky. In terms of that as well, I know a lot of people like to know what the youth intake looks like because Genk usually produces good regens. That's your intake. Cedric's arguably your best. Yeah, it's a really bad intake. It's not the save for intakes, this one. But always nice to keep an eye out on players that could become featuring in the save later down the track. But let's turn our attention to Napoli. They're a team that are in with a massive chance of winning the Serie A. They are massively clear of Juve. 10 points, to be matter of fact. And the only team to beat Juve stranglehold on the Scudetto over there in Italy. In terms of their season, apart from being absolutely monstrous, they just lost the first leg, semi-final second leg, to Sassuolo, and have actually thrown it away after Koulibaly got sent off. With that one there, though, if you're having a look at their Europa League, they actually have been in the Europa League the whole time. They got through Group G. In Group G, they topped it with 15 points. They only lost to Villa away at Villa Park. Apart from that, they got through Marseille and Kiev. The fact Villa and Napoli made Marseille look that bad shows they're pretty good. On top of that, they also then beat Leipzig home and away in the second knockout round. So they ran into Leipzig after that and knocked Leipzig, who came from the Champions League, out over two legs, winning away from home and drawing at home. They then played Aston Villa, who was in their group, so they've had a torrid run. They're into the team that was second with them in the group in the quarter-final and ran into bloody Leipzig and beat both of them. They're probably looking at this and go, well, Genk are the easiest side we've played in the knockout stage. And the fact with my injuries, that's probably true. Now, it's just a matter of fact, can we be solid? For me to win, we need a couple of things to happen. I need these makeshift young guys to play out of their skin. Satellite's out suspended again because of yellow card issues. He just keeps being a walking red card at the minute. So, Eric Bailly and Kadenic will play together, which is not bad. But we need a good game from everybody here. And we mean everybody. Van der Voort's in net. Florenzi, Eric, Kadenic and Machado. It's been a pretty good back four this year. Odonenko has been missing games due to suspensions and injuries, but he's back for this one here, thankfully. Christian is partnering him in that midfield. It is that makeshift three behind the striker of Chavez, Owen and Kemp. We've seen good games from him. Kemp's actually got 13 goals as a backup player this year, which is pretty huge. And to be fair, Chavez of late has been playing out of his skin. It's more Owen and the lack of creativity he gives us. But as you can see, Franco's on the bench. I am going to put him on the bench because I don't really have another option to really bring. We might even just bring a backup keeper just in case. But yeah, there we are. Franco may be back for the second leg, who knows. And then Papa Pauli's been banging him in of late, so Uppy is up top. Joel Decker on the bench, of course, with the rest of the boys there as well. It is makeshift. We know the situation we're in. We told you in the last episode, if you haven't watched it, crazy episode, that with the injuries that we're copying, it's kind of feeding the lambs to the slaughter. I've already seen Lorenzo, Victor Osimhen, and Raspadori as the front three. Holy hell. We're in danger. You can see why this team is top of the Serie A. And yet again, it's another team playing 4-4-2, and we struggle against teams playing 4-4-2. Nubel is in goals. Lorenzi at right back. Amir at centre-back, the Koskovian, and Koulibaly's Koulibaly. Yeah, pretty good. Maximilian Wobber out there at left-back as well. Probably out of the whole back four, a very good defender, but not the most aggressive going forward as a midfield, as a wing-back. Orsolini, elite winger, great player. Elmas, player through the middle, what a player. Fabian, the 29-year-old 38 cap. Centre mid, don't know why that's so hard to say. Then Lozano up top, or on the left. Victor Osimhen up top with Raspadori. Yeah, there's just, yep, and yeah, we're in danger. Ospina's on the bench as the backup keeper, sure. Ricardo's unbelievable. Zelinski's still here. Macias is their backup bloody winger. Yeah, great. Politano's here too. Alessandro's not even starting. That's the worst Alessandro I've seen on FM this year. He's usually outrageous. And Matteo Lovato. That squad is actually a team you look at and go, that should be winning Serie A. That is absolutely outrageous. That starting 11 rivals Juve. And look at the backup centre-backs. It's Alessandro and Matteo Lovato. They're like, on different FM says this year, they're one of the kids that turned into elite centre-backs for Italy. They haven't really developed as much as I've seen. You still got Zelinski, Macias, Politano on the bench too. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. Look, boys, it starts 0-0. It starts 0-0. That's all I will say. It starts 0-0. We beat Liverpool at home in the Champions League this year, and we lost in the 91st minute thanks to an absolute FMing, or more of a match engine throw in straight to Bayern Munich strikers. That's the only reason we conceded in the 91st minute then. We have to believe. And I will believe. But you would say if we do not beat Napoli over 90 minutes here and bring a lead to Italy, we're probably gone. Kemp, early doors, usually leads to a pointless highlight. And, well, I believe that's led to a pointless highlight. For me today, it's about the 4-4-2 of Napoli being the 4-4-2 with the pace they've got. If we can have 55 to 60% possession, then we'd be all right. But somebody tells me Napoli are going to play this very good 4-4-2 brand of football with some possession about them as well. Over the top of Lozano. First, we'll highlight Raspadori. We should have been 1-0 down. Berger reckons we win 1-0. Paulie reckons we win 8-2 because it's been that crazy of a stream. Yeah, probably. Links down below if you do want to watch us live. And, of course, interact with the save. Kemp looking for Papa Paulie, doesn't find him. Elmas. Wobber. Raspadori. Wobber. Elmas, just look at him knock it around. We are in danger. We've done well to make it here, to be fair. Said semi-finals was the minimum in my head. We've done that, but yeah, also leaning in. We should be 1-0 down, definitely. Dim reckons we win 3-2. From what I've seen so far, we're going to dominate possession and they're going to just hit us with speed. Let's see who does what. At the moment, all we've seen is both Napoli chances. I haven't seen anything from us. Should be Katanic's ball. Eric Barley now. Looks for Christian. Need to keep it. They press. That's fine. Now we just need to find a midfielder dropping in here. Odenanka's that midfielder. Still can't really find any half space. Look at the press. Look, they're inside and there's no space between the lines. This is where I hate Papapuli. The ball's here with Eric Barley. Why are you standing in between four? Your passing channel's here. You're a target man. Go present in the channel, back towards goals, hold the ball so we can play off you. It's the whole fucking reason. Now Vandervoot's forced long. Papapoli, can you win this at least? He does well there. Chavas over the top. Papapoli hits the post. Was offside anyway. Not happy in build-up. But the secondary phase was alright. Nubel, Amir, Koulibaly. Elmas and Fabian out wide. Should be Florenzi's ball. Kemp down the line with the makeshift free behind the striker. Papapoli doesn't do well enough at all. If he's going to get outbodied and outstrengthed like that, we're going to have no show today. In the end, Van der Voort just clears where he had a bit more time. Di Lorenzo and Orsolini. And here come Napoli in the red. Lorenzo, Elmas, Osimhen, falls to Osimhen, hits it. Good save from Van der Voort. And in the end, I don't know why Machado gave it back to the keeper on the floor, but it's not in the back of the net. Still 0-0. We haven't seen a highlight for ourselves yet in 23 minutes of football. It's Kemp. It's in the box, straight to the keeper. We've had 5 chances on extended highlights. We haven't seen a highlight for ourselves. This is great. Nubel goes long. Florenzi wins. First time we might be able to turn in the middle of the park, and we have Owen, Papapoli. This is where we're dangerous. When we can turn and face. Machado, numbers queuing. Surely got to get in the box. I need your noggin, Papapoli. Just straight at the keeper. Big moment. First highlight ourselves that we've seen. We've been good. We've actually been really good for 28 minutes here. But we need to take a lead. Cleared away. Only as far as Onanenka. Machado's got time and space. Needs help, though. No one presented at all. Christian does well to drop in. Catanach, Machado. Owen's not going to get on that one there. Nubel goes long. Great ball, Raspadori. Look how quick they are to transition. Victor Osimhen can hold it up here. Numbers queuing top of the box. Orsolini fires higher and wide. 31 minutes played. The cut and frost of this game is proving a little bit stressful because they are so good on the break and we have been good, or statistically at least, in possession. Good throw out from Van der Voort. Onanenka. Christian should turn. Never did. Onanenka can face forward. Christian now. Owen. Christian. Papapoli. Good build up. Onanenka. Papapoli. Get some depth there. Would be nice. Machado. Chavez. Owen. Papapoli. Christian. Great movement. Papapoli's inside. Ball took too long to get to him. Falls to Owen though. 1-0. Come on! And we lead in the semi-final of the Europa League. 33 minutes played, we lead 1-0. Come on, boys. Should have been probably in behind, but in the end, well, it's technically in behind, but on goal. It wasn't. Owen slots, Nubel doesn't save, it's under the keeper, we lead 1-0. We're dominating possession. I said we needed to if we're going to win the game. Well, it's 55. It was out to 57. 57 plus is domination. 55, no. Machado, Chavez, good touch, drives, does well, Onanenka, Kemp, Machado, numbers in the box, need a good ball, Papapoli, Chavez, oh my god, he's missed. Oh, the youngster should bury, and it should have been 2-0 on half-time. Instead, it's only 1, that's fine. We need to bring a lead back to Italy. We need to bring a lead to Italy, not back. We're not in Italy. We're not going back to Italy. We're going to Italy. They're in one. They're in. What are you doing, Catanach? Oh my god, he backheeled it to the keeper with Osimhen on him. Madonna mia, che cazzo me frega you? Onanenka, that's that. I don't know what Catanach is doing there. Machado. Back stick. Cleared away. Fabian. Amir. Need to squeeze. Force them long. But they've got 2 up top. We need to win that. We've done well. We've won the second ball. Machado. Christian. Can turn. Papapoli. Big moment. Come on, Papa. He's a big boy. He's been really good in terms of end product in this run. I give him a lot of shit because his movement off the ball, because of how slow and, lumpy and big he is just not my style. He doesn't get into the channels. He doesn't do what I want from a target man in terms of presenting to help us build out. But he brings others into games when it does go long. But more importantly, something he hasn't done all in the first year and a half with me, which has been clinical, for the last 6 to 8 weeks, every chance he's fucking finished. And it's huge. And we lead 2-0 against a team that's probably going to be a champions of the Serie A. We lead 2-0. Papapoli over Lukaku. At the minute, yeah, because he's a bit more clinical than Lukaku was this whole year. Why not? We'll go over. Machado straight at Nubel. Good hit, though. Forced the keeper into the save. Comfortable, though. Christian's too far out. Would have been nice. Wasn't far. Look, could you imagine we make it 3-0? Extended highlights, boys. It works. It works. Kemp. Katanich. We're in dreamland. We are in dreamland. Come on, boys. Now, historically, in the second legs, we try to throw it away every time. Come on, boys. This is huge. 3-0 up in the semi-final against a team that is going to knock Juve off this year. Which, by the way, Juve did not do anything in the Champions League this year. Not going to win the league. This game makes more sense on extended. Yeah, it's what it is, man. On extended, it actually takes into the consideration of the game. Ball over the top. What a ball to Osimhen. He should finish. Van der Voort. Good positioning from the keeper. Stood, made himself big. Great two hands. Didn't overcommit. Didn't give him a near stick. Forced him to beat him. It was great positioning from the keeper. In the end, 68 minutes play. You see a lot of keepers in the match end will overcommit. Take too many steps forward there. Give them the whole near stick. He was going to go. He sat and he made himself big. That's a goal. There you go. You knew it was going to come. Macias off the bench straight away. Bang. 3-1. Nothing Van der Voort can do about that. Just as we're bringing him up. Just bang. Osimhen through to Macias. They probably have deserved the goal, Napoli, with the chance they've had. And a great finish too. 72nd minute. This is where you want it to stay 3-1. 3-2 feels like a loss for us from where we were. We're 3-0 up. If this finishes 3-2, we feel like we've lost. Ball goes long. Oh my word, man. Great from Eric Barley. How many times has that happened in this bloody match engine where the keeper goes long and apparently centre-backs that play at the elite level cannot win a header? Right, boys are dead. I've got not much else we can really do. Liam Kemp's not had a particularly great game, but he's not tired. I don't really have any real options to bring on. Munier is going to come in for Odenanka because it makes the most sense. Joel Decker loves a goal. He doesn't know how to play out there, but Joel Decker, you got the speed, just run on the left-hand side. This is kind of me just going, I don't have depth, don't know what to do, sort of thing. Leave one change, just a time waste late. Been a very even game. Corner, one time, please. Florenzi, ball in. Eric doesn't win. Cleared away. Victor Osimhen's got on that too. Somehow we have not picked that ball up. Credit there as well there to Napoli for playing out superbly well. Side to side they move us. Look at this. The ball movement from him. Machado heads. Van der Voort. Don't have a defensive change. Munier was my defensive change to him. I don't really have it. Machado. Joel Decker. I don't want to change system with the way the game's been played either. Oh, got to go that way. Papapoli at least should win. Somehow it's gone over the top of Koulibaly, who's the best centre-back in the air, arguably, in the game. Owen nearly scored. 86th minute, 3-1 to the good. Time ticks and ticks and ticks. If Rays would go out there just to get a taste of European football. 93rd minute. Christian, Katanach, Eric, right-hand side. Still keep going. Well done, Munier. Last highlight. Should have just played Kemp, mate. Owen. Dufresne's not known for going forward. Owen. Oh, my God. It's so poor. Apparently, the referee played advantage and all that. Apparently, there was a foul in there. Better not have been in the box. Munier does well. He's not even going to get booked. He just literally just doing yoink. 40 seconds left. And you should do the Pickford Van der Voort and just go all the way down. Instead, he goes long, quick, looking for Decker. I don't like that, but that's going to be our ball. That's fine. That's it, boys. That should be that. Unless there's going to be a one last gasp highlight and we've given the ball away. Don't you dare lose in the air, Katanich. Well done. Over the top. Kemp, go. Can't blow your whistle here, ref. You cannot blow your whistle here, referee. Kemp, Dufresne, Munier. Could you imagine? Oh, it was going towards Joel Decker. Now you can blow your whistle, ref. 20 seconds over. Come on, don't you dare. This should be it. This should be just pointless. 30 seconds over. There we go. All right. We're taking a 2-0 lead. We're taking a 2-goal lead to Italy. Half time of the semi-final, we're there. Now we need to go to Italy, weather the storm, and unlike what we've done in the semi-final and the quarter-final, where we've gone and literally tried to hand the opposition their route through to the next round by conceding 2 or 3 goals in quick succession or red cards, we need to just go and be professional for 90 minutes. And if we do that, we're going to be in the Europa League final. And next episode will be that big moment where maybe we could win our first European competition in the save. We win 3-1 on the night. I'll see you guys after we play Anderlecht, where we will fully rotate and probably let the league sit, settle and come back to being alive because we threw the game. But we have to, because we are potentially 90 minutes away from the Europa League final. Welcome back, YouTube. We're not here for Napoli yet, but the reason why we're here is, as you can see, we actually beat Anderlecht 3-0 with a rotated squad at home, which I didn't think was going to happen. And because of that, it now means Anderlecht cannot catch us with the remaining games that they have left, because we have a game in hand as well, which means we are league title winners and we go back-to-back domestic doubles at a minimum this year. It also means the only competition we have left to play for is, of course, the Europa League. And that is massive in the context of what we're trying to do in terms of our reputation, etc., etc., because this will probably give me scope to look for another job and get out of Belgium easier. But at the same stage, there's definitely more that we have to think about. I have to be said, quite lucky for us. Kemp just won goal of the year. It's going to be hard to watch this, but just watch his run and watch his finish. Just gets dragged wide. Keeper and 2 channeling him. Backheel chip over the keeper. Thank you very much. Yeah, and the closer up replay looks insanely good at that as well. But that was not a surprising result because we've been good, but that was an outrageously good performance from a rotated side that involved Big Ken and Bolland, who's leaving the club. We now are in a position where all it is just focusing on the Europa League. And we've done a double, but now we set our eyes to a treble. And can we go beat Napoli in the second leg and go and find our way to the Europa League final? Let's go find out. Welcome back, YouTube. Second leg against Napoli, and we lead 3-1. Big news. Disappointing news. This is our 4th long-term injury in the stream today, and our fourth long-term injury in the 3 episodes that you've seen in this run that I have filmed today. Florenzi, in training, jumping for a header, has done a calf strain, is out for 2 months. 2 months, apparently. I've given him an injection to play, but this will probably be the 34-year-old's last game that he plays for us. And with us missing our whole 3 behind our striker, now starting right back, if we even make the final, we might get a couple back. We're going to be pretty weak at right back. In terms of the team today, there's only one team that will be selected, and it is going to be as close to that as we can get. On the bench, we know that we're going to do that, and we're going to do that, and we know Franca is pretty close to being ready, but isn't yet. I'm going to put them on the bench today. It's the first time you've seen Guyan and Franca back. Florenzi with the injection. Papini's actually picked up an injury in the last game as well. It's not 100%, but that's not like a big one because we've got cover there. But the team looks okay, and that's all that matters. Your team for the semi is Van der Voort, Florenzi. Sadek, I'm very close to not playing because he seems to just be a walking red card in these situations, but I will because of his understanding with Katanec. Machado, Odenanka, Christian, Liam Kemp, Owen, Chavez have done so well with the injuries we've had, and Papa Paulie is, of course, up top. Away we go. I am going to make a change from minute 1 to that starting 11. And there is a change. And I'll explain that change as to why. Odenanka is a better ball-winning midfielder. And I think him sitting in on defend to help out with the 2 up top sit a bit deeper, sweep up balls that they try to play in the feet and force them a bit more direct. And if the second balls, he will win a bit more. That is fine. And Christian is going to go straight into a deep line playmaker and support. I just want those two midfielders to sit behind the ball, be a little bit more pragmatic. Still play with the same mentality. Still play with the same, can we exploit speed and space with the wingers and get numbers into Papapoli, etc. But I want the two midfielders, instead of looking to maybe go beyond and get beyond Papapoli when the opportunity arises, to not even bother, sit in there, protect the lead. Apart from that's the only change. We have a look at them. The same two are up top. It's Victor Osimhen and it's Raspadori. Zelinski's come out to left wing. That's probably a good win for us, but he's going to be quite creative. I'd say that, though, it just means Lozano's gone to the right and they have dropped Orsolini. Don't know why they would have dropped Orsolini. He's pretty good. Daka apparently has made the bench. He wasn't on the bench last time, but there's your backup striker. And Patson Daka, yeah, great player too, with Victor Osimhen and Raspadori. How much pace you want? Back four stayed the same. I do believe Koulibaly not 100% fit. It's just a slight change in the middle of the park there. Calafiori started and they've dropped Maximilian Wobber. That's probably a more attacking option for him. I expect Napoli to be fantastic in Italy. There we are. I expect them to be fantastic in Italy and at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. But we've got a 3-1 lead. We haven't done it all run in to this moment. We've been convincing away from home. We have conceded goals. Even against Rangers at home, we decided to try to throw it away. Today's a day where we need this game to go in, we keep the ball, we knock it around, we absorb pressure, we do everything, and then when push comes to shove, this game finishes 0-0 and we win the tie and we're into the final. That's what we need. Hopefully those changes with the DLP and the ball-winning midfielder from minute 1 are what's needed. It may limit us with how good we are going forward. It may even hurt us keeping a bit more possession because they're not surging into half areas and into spaces where they can pick the ball up between the lines because they're just sitting, but it should help us out defensively to win the second ball when it's on. Saying that, though, we didn't win that second ball, and Raspadori's gone for goal. Somehow Van der Beek backed himself into the back of the net, but he kept it out, and that's a save, so that's all that matters. Highlight still going here, and he's looked long. Don't know why Papapoli hasn't gone for it. That is really poor. Then from A, Van der Beek for distribution, and B, Papapoli for not getting into position. Katanec heads, and that'll be Van der Beek. First goal here is crucial. If we can somehow find the lead and go 1-0 up, give us a big chance to make the final. Huge chance. Machado. Boy, over the top. Owen's quick. He's away. It's Owen. We're 1-0 up 12 minutes in Italy. We're 4-1 up. Every time we think we're home and hosed in this competition so far this year, the opposition has scored 3 quick goals. So let's not just say this is done and dusted here. Let's just not say this is done and dusted because Valencia thought it was over, red card, all of a sudden had to hang on for dear life. We thought it was, what's it called? We thought it was all over, done and dusted against Rangers. We whacked it on key. Next minute, 3 highlights, 3 goals, Rangers, game on. I think it might have been 2 goals and then they scored after half time. As it's a great save from Nobel to keep it at 1-0. Here we can't afford that. Because if we give Napoli that sort of sniff with this sort of side they got, danger. Katanec heads over, could have been 2-0. I do think we get a second. We're going to be there. As it stands right now, Napoli need to be 2-1 at halftime, which they have the squad to do it with. Because they have the players. We can't think we're there yet. And Osimhen picks one up. Odenanka clears. Wasn't a great clearance, but I like the area he got in because his ball-winning midfield and defend, he's helping out a bit more, which is fine. Not something I would do for the final, I don't think. But if we went up in the final, something I would change him to. Ball-winning midfield and defend. I like the box-to-box. They do get in good areas going forward and still provide defensive cover, but they don't sit as deep. Fabian, well done there by Florenzi playing with the injection. It's going to be a shame to miss him for the final. No Nicolas Pepe and Florenzi. They're arguably the 2 best signings we made this year. Papapoli, Ruben, good pickup. Machado, Owen, moment. If he cuts that to goal, oh my word, mate. If he just puts this here, Kemp scores and the tie's over. How have you not cut that across the keeper? Even shoot cross keeper. Absolutely horrid. But we're 1-0 up, and that's all that matters. Florenzi now, ball in. Katanach heads, Nubel, good save. We've been pretty good, boys. We've been pretty good. We've been pretty good. Nubel goes long. Sadak. Poor header. Raspadori. Van der Voort, what a save of his leg. That's where we want Christian to be sitting in a bit deeper, but for whatever reason he got caught high. Odenenka was in the right spot. That's not tactically what we want. Not a mistake, but poor positioning that cost us the 1-1 there. And to give them back in the tie. There's the tie back on. Raspadori scores. 1-1, 4-2, plenty of time. Napoli need 2 goals for extra time, 3 to win the tie. We know how good they are. They're a team that are about to beat Juve to the title. And in the end, Raspadori with a great turn and finish. 1-1. Machado clears. Papapouli needs to win the header. Owen now, who missed a massive chance, or a chance to at least square it. Poor ball again from Owen. He's had a stinker, mate. I know you've scored the goal, but outside of scoring the chance, which was a good finish, failure to cut it, and 2 bad passes. Come on, mate. Get on with it. Florenzi now gets down that line. Kemp's inside. Has ignored him the whole time. Odenenka. Florenzi. Papapouli straight at the keeper. Papapouli straight at the keeper. You got to be kidding. Point blank range inside 6 yards. Anywhere left or right of him, and that is 2-1. And 5-2. Instead, it's not. Odenenka, Owen. Oh my God, just give it straight to him. If he puts that over the top or into the space, no dramas. Instead, there on the break. Lozano. Calafori. Zielinski now. Zielinski again. Falls back to Zielinski a 3rd time. Ball in. Ossiem. Good save from Van der Voort. The pressure on here. Odenenka wins. Papapouli, wrong side. Kemp was screaming for it. Kemp this whole game has been in so many good areas and no one's bothered to even give him the ball. Machado hits. Blocked. Hopefully that's the highlight. We need it to be 1-1 here at half-time. We need it to be 1-1 here at half-time. And it's not yet. Machado, Chavas, Christian, Owen. Over the top. Kemp finally gets one. Straight at the keeper. Could have picked the corner. That's the highlight. Even game, 1-1. Arguably say we deserve the lead. All I'm going to say is we're 45 minutes away from the Europa League final. Sadak, Christian, Papapouli, Machado. Not going to get on it. We really should have been 2-1 up. Athena apparently is ready to come on for his first minute since being injured. My assistant's already told me to bring him on. Not just yet. But apparently we're down to 10 men. Chavez has come off the par. That's no good. We score with them being with 10 men. It's... Of course, injury off the park, 10 men, and they score. They Napoli need 1 more to send it to extra time. It's just, there's always been something in this bloody... This whole run has been us going ahead, and then we concede, and then it's a red card, or it's an injury with 10 men on the park, or something like that. Out of nowhere, just bang, Napoli have got a couple of goals. We've missed a couple big chances. Owen should have cut it to Kemp. It should have been 2-0. Kemp had a 1-on-1 right on half-time. Misses. Still 1-1. Against Rangers and against Valencia, we left it open for the opposition. Do that to Napoli, who are a world-class side. We will get punished. Athena is coming out there for the first time. He's not 100% ready, but mate, there's no time but now to come back into the squad. We need a goal from you. We need a goal. As it stands, Napoli need 1 goal for extra time. And you feel like if they get it before the 75th minute, they'll probably find a winner on the night. Di Lorenzi, Zielinski now. Cuts it. Macias blocked. Well done, boys. Christian's had a stinker, I think, too, but apparently he's having a good game. Kemp going on a run. Fina ain't going to get on that. It's poor from us. It's really poor from us to give him back the ball. We're just at 6s and 7s. Yet again, it's another period. We get to the 60th minute of the game and we start to lose control. We've just lost control of this one since half-time. After half-time, we've not been good enough. Maybe we're too wishy-washy with the team talk. We gave him the positivity of, you're playing well, you are playing well. Well, maybe I should have said, hey, we're playing well, but it's only 1-1. We should have blasted him, maybe. Looks like we've just gone out there a little bit lethargic, a little bit off. Highlight, though, could you imagine? Odanenka, Florenzi, got a whip. Where's Papapuli's head? Just put it on Papapuli's head. That's not the ball. We're lucky it falls. Katanec, have a dig just so you don't get... Just have a dig so you don't get caught, and now they're on the break. This is it. This is it. This is it, boys. Get ready for a 4-all. This is it. Blocked. Is that the highlight? That's a corner. Why on earth are you heading it back there? Apparently that has not gone out of play. Odanenka's having a stinker, apparently. Don't think he is, really. Munier's going to come in there as a box-to-box midfielder. Liam Kemp's having a stinker. Did miss a big one-on-one, but really, he should have just been a guy to tap it in inside 6 yards and put us 2-0 up, but Owen ignored him. As it stands, 66 minutes play, we're a goal to the good. Afina now. All the way back home. Van der Voot, where have you gone? Raspadori puts it over the bar. Wow. I don't know what it is about this side of us just not playing football for full 90 minutes in the Europa League this year. Katanec doesn't win. Munier, Florenzi, pick your spot. Doesn't decide to whip. Kemp. Sadak. I don't like this. Just fucking put it in the fucking area. Why? You just had a corner. You got 8 guys in the box. Nah, let's knock it around and fucking hope they win the ball back to hit us in the counter. Put it in the area. Fucking hell. Why on earth do you want to play it and try and go 1v1 where if you lose the ball, it's going to be 2v2 at the back? Instead, when you whip it 8 versus 8 in the box, if you win the header, it could be a goal, could be a corner, may fall to you off the second knockdown. Worst comes to worst, they're going to clear it, and they have no real time and space to clear it to where they want to clear it to. Instead, we lose the ball there, and that could have been 4-all. My word, man. Just make the right decision. Last chance, highlight. Look, I'm going to leave Papapuli on because he's a big boy and we can go long. Decker's coming in as another inside forward to try and find a winner late. Or to try and find a sealer late, I should say. 83rd minute. We're getting to a stage where maybe we start thinking about changing system. Afina, get there. Oh, would it nice. This is the highlight. This is the highlight. Well done, Florenzi, Decker, Afina, big moments, back from injury, straight at the keeper. You've got to be fucking kidding. World-class player that can't fucking put it side netting there. Come on, man. Move us to positive. Just move us to positive. Highlight still going. Munier wins, Machado clears. That should be the highlight referee. Or SI, not referee. Here we go, 89th minute. Sadak. Back there to Van der Voot. After this highlight, we are going to make it. I'm not a big fan of parking buses, but there's ever a time to park it. I think this is it. I don't like doing it. Florenzi beats one. Joel Decker, get on your bike. You got the speed to kill. Florenzi ignored him. You now have to whip now. Owen. Munier hits, blocks. Is that the highlight? It falls to him and they've just punted it. Raspadori doesn't win. Need to get up, Munier and does. Gaia, Owen, Decker. Oh, Joel Decker got a score. Well, maybe not got a score, but you know what I mean. Got to do better. Wing back on defend. Machado, wing back on defend. You do not move. You go and make yourselves go to lower. Just go to balance. I'm not a big fan of going defensive. You waste time frequent. You be a bit more disciplined. You do not... Actually, you do look for the overlap because that might slow you down in play. Look to still working into the box. Win a free kick to waste time. Do it now. I'm not a big fan of doing this, but we've gone to it. We don't want to see a highlight. There's 5 minutes. When's the highlight? We're 5 minutes away from a Europa League final. Zielinski, Raspadori. Ball in. Osimhen, that's fine. Just tick away. Just tick away. Last chance, Saloon, Odenenka, Decker, Munier, Afina, referee, whistle, Papapoli corner flag. Come on, boys, let's go, let's go, let's go. We are into the Europa League final. Napoli win 2-1 on the night, but plucky old Genk, 3-4 on aggregate, and we beat the potential Serie A champions of this year, and we are into the Europa League final. We're going to the show. Get your tickets because we're on our way. Thank you very much for coming. Unbelievable. That is huge. And we play Roma in the final as they beat an AS Monaco. We're on our way to be playing in St. Mames's Bow for the final. And we've got Roma, who sit 4th in Serie A. They're a side that we theoretically should beat because we just beat Napoli. But they're going to be a side that on paper are going to be better than us just because Tammy Abraham's going to be playing for them. 7 to 9 weeks. That probably means he's out for the final, right? How many weeks away are we from the final? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks away for the final. 1, 2... Well, that's not even 5 weeks. Oh, yeah, it's 2 weeks away. I think the thing that you do here, we are going to end the YouTube episode in a second here, YouTube. I think the thing you do here is you give him an injection, you don't play him. You give him an injection and you don't play him. You give him an injection, you don't play him. Just hope you can keep giving him injections to the end of the season so you can play the final. Because if we do that, he's out for 7 to 9 weeks. It's the season over. We're going to not have a right back for the final, which is not good. Or it's a key right back. Guess Munier is going to have to play it. Doesn't matter. Next time we see each other, YouTube. Champions League final, could you imagine? Europa League final. I read champions here. We've got Roma in the big dance. I'll see you then for the final. Thank you and goodbye.